What if history's most brilliant military strategies came from empires you've never heard of? Civilizations erased from textbooks, yet their tactics shaped our world today. This is the story of 10 forgotten empires whose revolutionary war strategies changed everything, altering the course of human history forever. We rank military genius not by the sheer size of armies, but by profound innovation and the audacious spirit to rewrite the rules of war itself. These empires didn't just fight battles. They reimagined what victory could truly mean, and in doing so, altered the course of human history forever. Number 10. The Srivijaya Empire, a maritime power that between the 7th and 13th centuries controlled the critical Malacca Strait. This empire linked the Indian Ocean to the South China Sea. Yet they didn't conquer with overwhelming force or massive fleets waiting to annihilate enemies. Instead, Srivijaya practiced something far more insidious, as they expertly cut enemy resupply routes, allowing hostile ships to enter but making departure nearly impossible. Exhaustion replaced destruction. Enemies simply withered, their supply lines severed, their crews starving, unable to retreat home or advance forward. It was control through patience, understanding that dominance doesn't always require bloodshed. Srivijaya turned geography into a silent, formidable weapon. For centuries, no power dared challenge their stranglehold on the world's most valuable shipping lane, where trade effectively meant submission. Number 9. The Nabataeans in 312 BCE, facing annihilation when Macedonian general Demetrius invaded their desert kingdom with a massive army. Their scattered settlements and outnumbered warriors meant certain defeat by conventional warfare, so the Nabataeans bravely abandoned tradition entirely. Instead, they weaponized the desert itself, striking Demetrius's camps with swift nighttime raids when his soldiers were exhausted and disoriented. The Nabataeans knew every rock formation, hidden water source, and deadly shortcut through terrain appearing featureless to foreign eyes, vanishing before dawn. Demetrius's army, increasingly thirsty and paranoid, began falling apart from within, as no pitched battle ever occurred with their elusive enemy. The Nabataeans simply made survival unbearable for invaders, with terrain as their greatest ally, forcing Demetrius to retreat in humiliation. Number 8. The Wari Empire of the Andes, who centuries before the Incas, constructed approximately 40,000 kilometers of interconnected mountain roads. These weren't just trade routes, they were military infrastructure, ingeniously designed for rapid troop deployment across seemingly impossible mountain terrain. While other empires struggled to coordinate armies across mountain ranges and valleys, the Wari moved soldiers across the Andes like chess pieces. Supply lines stretched unbroken, reinforcements arrived unexpectedly, and communication flowed faster than any rival civilization could possibly match in that rugged landscape. This extensive road network granted them strategic omnipresence. An enemy might defeat one Wari garrison only to face 3 more arriving within days. The roads transformed fragmented Andean geography into a unified war machine, allowing the Wari to dominate the region for centuries, proving that infrastructure is destiny. Number 7. The Sasanian Empire in 260 CE. Emperor Valerian of Rome confidently led his legions into Persia, certain of Roman invincibility. But at the pivotal Battle of Edessa, Sasanian forces under Shapur I didn't just defeat the Romans, they captured Emperor Valerian alive. This was unprecedented. No Roman emperor had ever been taken prisoner by a foreign power, a truly shocking and historical moment. Valerian spent the rest of his life in captivity, reportedly used as a human footstool by Shapur, shattering Rome's aura of untouchable supremacy forever. The Sasanians understood that humiliating an enemy's leader is worth more than destroying 100 legions, a truly devastating psychological blow. They turned Valerian into a living monument to Roman vulnerability. The message echoed across every frontier: Rome could bleed, be humiliated, and its emperors were mortal. Number 6. The Tibetan Empire in 763 CE. While China's Tang dynasty was distracted by an internal succession crisis, Tibetan forces made an audacious move. They marched directly to Chang'an, the mighty Tang capital, seizing it in a move so bold it still seems almost impossible. For 15 days, the Tibetan Empire controlled the heart of Chinese civilization, installing a puppet emperor before strategically withdrawing. The Tang dynasty, historically one of the most powerful empires, had been struck at its very core during a moment of profound weakness. The Tibetans demonstrated perfect timing and intelligence gathering, proving that even the mighty Tang had fatal vulnerabilities without permanent occupation. One swift, precisely timed strike achieved what decades of conventional warfare never could: respect born from fear and the enduring memory of humiliation. Number 5. The Mali Empire in 1324. Mansa Musa didn't invade Egypt with soldiers. He arrived with so much gold it destroyed Cairo's economy for a decade. His opulent pilgrimage to Mecca transformed into an act of economic warfare, so devastating it reshaped all Mediterranean trade networks profoundly. By flooding markets with an abundance of gold, Mansa Musa devalued the currency, crippled lending, and created economic chaos in Cairo's networks. It was war without swords, conquest without armies. Mali's immense wealth demonstrated power more effectively than any military campaign possibly could. Other empires took notice. Mali couldn't be threatened, couldn't be extorted, couldn't be ignored due to their immense economic might. Mansa Musa's journey proved that strategically deployed wealth could destabilize rivals without spilling blood, demonstrating that gold could truly become armor. Number 4. Cahokia, the great indigenous city near modern-day St. Louis. Around the year 1100, they constructed a defensive palisade stretching 3 kilometers. Built from approximately 20,000 wooden posts, this wasn't just a wall. It was a psychological weapon designed to intimidate enemies before combat began. The sheer scale of the palisade powerfully announced Cahokia's immense power to anyone approaching its formidable defenses. It suggested vast resources, coordinated labor, and the capacity to mobilize thousands for a single defensive project, proving extraordinary collective effort and planning. But it also functioned as an early warning system. The elevated structure gave defenders perfect sight lines across the surrounding floodplains. Any approaching force would be spotted long before reaching the walls, eliminating surprise, as Cahokia turned defense into deterrence for generations. Number 3. The Kingdom of Kush in 24 BCE. When Rome established control over Egypt, most kingdoms waited nervously to see what would happen next. But Queen Amanirenas of Kush didn't wait. She boldly struck first, invading Roman-controlled southern Egypt, thus forcing Rome to respond directly. Her forces moved swiftly, seizing Roman outposts and even statues of Emperor Augustus before Rome could organize any counteroffensive. When Roman legions finally retaliated, Amanirenas had already demonstrated that Kush wouldn't be intimidated, leading to surprisingly favorable negotiations. Amanirenas understood that preemptive aggression fundamentally changes negotiation terms, transforming Kush from a potential victim into a legitimate threat. Rome stretched thin across multiple frontiers, chose diplomacy over prolonged war. One bold raid earned Kush decades of security and autonomy. Number 2. The Majapahit Empire of Indonesia. Between the 13th and 16th centuries, they controlled vast maritime trade networks. This control wasn't through constant military occupation, impossible across thousands of islands, but something far more subtle and effective. They created extensive intelligence networks that meticulously monitored every major port, every merchant fleet, and every political shift across Southeast Asia. Information replaced soldiers. Majapahit knew who was shipping what, where alliances were forming, and which rivals were vulnerable long before anyone else. This allowed them to intervene strategically, applying pressure only when necessary and where it mattered most, making their power invisible. Rivals couldn't predict Majapahit strikes because their power was woven into regional trade, proving control didn't require occupation with superior understanding. Number 1. The Kingdom of Funan. Between the 1st and 6th centuries, their capital at Oceo sat at the perfect intersection of major sea routes. Connecting India and China, Funan didn't conquer these routes. They simply taxed every ship that passed through their lucrative waters, growing wealthy. They built no vast armies, conquered no distant lands. Instead, they mastered the art of strategic placement, becoming wealthy through geography alone. By controlling the bottleneck, Funan turned commerce itself into their greatest weapon, proving that the smartest strategy is standing in the right place at the right time. So what do all these forgotten strategies share? Look closer, and you'll notice a distinct pattern emerging from their triumphs. None relied on sheer military might. Each empire found asymmetric advantages, using terrain, timing, psychology, economics, and intelligence to defeat superior enemies. The Nabataeans survived in deadly deserts, where he built roads for rapid troop movement. Kush struck first when Rome expected submission, and Mali weaponized wealth. Majapahit chose information over occupation. These weren't accidents, but calculated innovations born from necessity, proving brilliance often emerges from those with everything to lose. Yet history buried them beneath more famous names. We remember Alexander, Caesar, and Napoleon, commanders of massive conventional armies. But we forgot smaller empires who couldn't fight fair. They had to be smarter, faster, more creative, demanding subtlety, patience, and deep human understanding. Perhaps that's exactly why they vanished from our textbooks. Dominant civilizations glorify strength and conquest, not cunning restraint. They celebrate the battering ram, not the hidden door. These empires understood true power doesn't always announce itself with trumpets, but whispers from shadows. The strategies that changed the world forever weren't always the loudest, but they were simply the smartest strategies imaginable. And maybe that's the lesson history tried to forget, but one it desperately needs us to remember and appreciate today.